Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. This one's a little bit of a later video because for those of you that are on my Discord, I had a really busy day. I was away, I drove, for like 6 hours and I'm extremely tired. But I really wanted to make this video today talking about, day number, I think it's 6 or 7 of the fusion. Like, I don't even know anymore. Let me see. Day 6 of the fusion. And I first want to start off by showing you what the thumbnail is all about, the fact that I have failed. What I mean by that is I failed in one of the tournaments. I do mention always, whenever there's a fusion, I always try to get, when there's the possibility at least, to get first or second place on one of the early tournaments. And that way, hopefully, I could skip the summon rush. So, for example, I got everything so far from the milestones. I got everything from the champion chase. But I did not manage to get first or second place yet. And that was one of my goals. That was something that I have failed, unfortunately. And this is, this is something that I want to talk to you about because this is kind of like more and more of a common tactic happening when it comes to the training, to the tournaments, and when it comes to the CVC. So first of all, the champion training event, this is the one that I failed at. So if you look at this, I was not prepared enough. The way this one happened is the night before, before I went to sleep and I woke up like half an hour before this one ended, I was second place with 10,600, something like that, and the first place was 10,700. Not sure if it was Oni or if it was Sam that was first, but still, that was the situation. And I was like, you know what, I still have to do some booking, I still have to throw a few more food champions, throw a few more brews in somebody, I should be fine. Well, guess what? I woke up and one had 15,000, one had 14,000. I just could not catch up with the brews, with the leveling, and I did not have enough food ready for the sake of like straight up sniping. The last time when this happened, when we had the champion training for the sake of Elhain, well, the way that I did that is 1 hour before that happened, I already had like 30 or 40 people to rank up, to level up, and throw brews in. And they basically just threw 5,000-6,000 points like that, Well, this time around, I did not do it. And that's something you want to keep in mind. If you're not there, when the reset happens, when this one ends, keep in mind that that's a really common tactic. So, just to avoid the disappointment, you either try to go higher, like, get yourself a pretty consistent lead in one of these, so you discourage other people to go for it, or you just have to be there for the reset and try to snipe yourself, because sniping is really common, guys. Sniping is really common when it comes to the tournaments, and it's really common when it comes to the, let me see, champion chase. No, that's not something I was going for. Classic arena, again, I was behind. Spider tournament, I just did my basic, because spider in general, people do a ton of it. So I just got, what is it? I even got 16. I got nothing there. So yeah, that's something you want to keep in mind. Like I said, same thing with the CVC. As you can see, I did a ton of points because I had books to do. I farmed a ton of Minotaur. I'm still not done. I'm quite sure I'm gonna get close to, maybe not quite there, but I'm gonna get close to 200,000 points because I still want to continue getting my masteries on my people. But right now, they're taking the lead. And when we're talking about a baby account like us, we have some people that were inactive. Let me see. Do we still have them in there? Yeah, so we had somebody like this inactive, somebody like this inactive, somebody like this. So, we're not a full clan, so it's hard to compete against another clan that kind of has most of them pretty active. I mean, they have one person and like some low ones, but still, this is something that you have to keep in mind for the sake of CVC. I guess, unless you have a competing clan and people can be there and are, people that you can communicate with on Discord, or maybe even just in the in-game chat, like Raid, come on, introduce something better than the in-game chat. But if you have somebody like that you can fight alongside, then yeah, try to plan and try to go for it. Otherwise, just expect a loss and now you're not going to be disappointed. Because if you do that, that means, you're just going to be happy about your milestone rewards that you get, which are pretty juicy. And that's going to be something, that's perfect, basically. That's perfect. And yeah, I have a feeling like we're not going to be taking this one. I'm still going to do my best. Like I said, even last time I was like, first place again, I'm gonna get into. I always try to save as much as I can and help the clan out by using most of my points during CVC. Most of my booking, most of my 6-star ascensions and stuff like that. Most of my gems, I'm still gonna use. So that's the way I've always done things. That's the way I'm doing it now. I do it on the main account and I do it on this one. Another thing that I want to show you that happened today is voila! I got myself a sacred shard from Nightmare, which is amazing. Obviously, I'm extremely happy because, you know what, if I'm gonna have to pull for the Summon Rush, having 5 Sacreds makes it a little bit easier than having 4, because every Sacred is 500 points, plus the Voids, because I got the Void as well, I think today or yesterday. So, you know, my shards are ramping back up. I got another Sacred from the monthly because it reset, plus the Void. So, you know, I'm stocking up a pretty decent amount of shards. So the fusion's looking safe so far, but I have to go for the Summer Rush, which I kind of wanted to avoid. I'm not sure I can get first or second place in the Dragon Tournament. I barely did this. I'm mostly doing Minotaur, but looking at first and second place, this is out of question. So it kind of seems like I will have to go pretty hard. It just depends like how they're gonna do it. This is something that we do not know yet. We're only gonna know once the Summon Rush is out. Like, I would love for it to be like 10 and 10, but, you know, if we think about the way we've seen it previously, the way that they allocate the points, if we have a look again at this calendar, it's like, what, there's Summon Rush, 20 points. The way they've done it previously is they throw you 5 at a certain point and then 15 at like 5,000. So I'm still gonna try and get at least one of the tournaments. I don't know which one. Maybe the Ice Golem, because this one's something somebody doesn't do as much, or maybe try to do the Classic Arena. I don't know. I'm gonna try to see if I can get first or second in one of these ones, and then maybe if it's a ton of points on the Summer Rush, then, you know, I only grab the 5 and stop there, because if there's not something that good, usually it's just a 10x during the Summer Rush. You don't want to waste your resources. You don't want to waste all the books just for the sake of 10x. You know, that's the whole reality. Also, you know what? I was talking yesterday about my Hydra chest and, you know, getting my first Hydra chest. I actually did get a chest the previous week. I got like the second one, which is Novice. But today, look at this. I actually got the Adept chest. I managed to do more damage, you know, just by using my AOHP burner in Scrank, just having him to go fast enough. I just threw some gear on my Jarek, so you can provoke the DK once, throw the HP burn, let it do a little bit of damage, and it is what it is. And you know what? It got me to do the damage that I wanted. I'm hoping this week, after I build some more champions, I will be going for like a, ooh, we got a mythic one. 2 fragments, look at this. 2 fragments, 225 clan gold, yes please. 1 mortal soulstone and some what's it called? Attack percent with speed, some stone skin. Okay, this one's amazing. Accuracy, speed, resist, and defense. This one's definitely gonna go on someone, because you know what? If you get 2 pieces, you get resist. If you get, 1 piece gives you resist, 2 gives you HP, 3 gives you speed. So, you know, I might be able to build somebody in 3 pieces of this one, get myself the speed and the other stuff. So it's definitely a gear set. Look at this one. Damn. Resistance with speed and HP percent. Well, I'm definitely going to be having some builds about this. And you know what? This, the stone skin and protection are not only for the sake of arena, guys. Like, you know, there's maybe lots of people where you see they're like, oh yeah, I do this for the sake of the plat arena, for whatever. Not really, because you have to take into consideration what I just showed, you know, the set bonuses, and it gives you some pretty juicy ones, you know, for 2, 3, even the 5th one, same thing for stone skin, you know, it gives you HP, resist, defense. So, you know, if you can have some decent pieces, definitely keep in mind and try to do that. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm just gonna keep farming. I'm farming this one in the Doom Tower because I can do it. I'm currently stuck over here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna try to keep pushing this rotation. Maybe next one. But what I'm gonna keep working on today is, as you see, I was farming tons of masteries for these two. I'm gonna continue using my gems to farm masteries for Sepulcher, for Farrakhan, and then I'm gonna try out to see how the team works with Sepulcher, Farrakhan, Geo, Anax, and maybe keeping their Tomb Lord, or maybe keeping their Lysandra. But if I'm gonna build Sepulcher, I'm already going to build her at the speed that she should work for Nightmare, Ultra Nightmare. There's a specific tune using Sepulcher that's called the 4-3 ratio, where she works for Ultra Nightmare and Nightmare as well, if you have that speed on her and everybody else. But, you know, I might change that in the future if I do decide to bring Miscreated Monster. Somebody reminded me in comments that, you know, he brings an area protection, but it's for 3 turns. So even though it's off on a 4-turn cooldown, it's for 3 turns. You know, this could still be helpful. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at this for today, guys, for the free-to-play. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, you know, you get yourself a little bit of an idea, and keep in mind about the sniping. That's a really common practice for tournaments and CVC. Always keep that in mind, because if you know that, you can prepare, or you're gonna, you know, you're gonna prepare yourself mentally to lose, or you're gonna prepare yourself of like, okay, I can be there, I can try and stop the sniping from happening. But yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna talk a little bit about something, so you know, make sure you come back tomorrow and check, because I will be talking about how I get a ton of energy and what, you know, where does all that energy come from? Because, you know, I have some people saying like, oh, how do you get so much? It's impossible, you're cheating and all that. So come back tomorrow and I'm gonna show you and explain to you how to actually get so much energy from how I use it and all that. But yeah, thank you all for watching, guys. If you did enjoy my content, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care everyone. Bye guys.